welcome to the newsroom. I'm your host, Boyd Baker, and we are here today with a star of Minecraft and one of the most famous people in the world. Some refer to him as Steve. Thanks for being here, Steve.
Yep.
So Steve is here to teach us a bit about surviving in the game of Minecraft, and how not to get blown up by those darn creepers. Where should we start, Steve?
At the beginning?
Haha, well that seems like a logical idea. In that case, let's say I've been dropped into a new world. What would I do?
Well, Minecraft is amazing in that there is a limitless possibility of combinations of 61 biomes, or environments. There's ocean, plains, desert, extreme hills, forest, taiga, swampland, river, frozen ocean, beach, forest hills, ice mountains,
Steve?
mushroom island, stone
Steve?
beach, deep ocean.
Steve!
Yeah?
We don't need to hear each of the biomes.
Sorry, Boyd. So, I'm assuming you want to know how to get by in survival mode, right?
That's right, Steve.
This can be a challenge, but with the tips I will give you today, it should be a cinch. When you begin, you'll have about 10 minutes of daylight before darkness falls and mobs move in to find you.
Steve, are you okay? Can someone please turn the lights back on?
Sorry about that. I'm kind of afraid of the dark. It reminds me of creepers, spiders, and zombies. The very creatures we want to avoid in survival mode. So, we're in our world, and to start off, I like to find the sun. The sun lets you know the time of day, and also the directions. Remember, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Yeah, and rolling stones gather no moss.
Anyway, to survive the night, I recommend you first gather some wood. To do that, find some trees, then walk up to one and start punching by holding down the left click button. With my iron fists, soon the tree will begin to weaken and a block of wood will pop out. Pick that up and keep punching the remaining parts of the tree trunk. We want to gather about 20 blocks of wood.
So, Steve, what are we going to do with all that stuff?
Glad you asked, Boyd. Wood is vital to crafting, or making items and tools we need to survive. Things like a pickaxe, shovel, sword, Ferrari.
You can make a Ferrari?
Well, not really, but that would be nice. I can make torches, though. Those are my favorite, because they keep the scary monsters away. Before we can make those items, we must first turn the wood into wood planks. Now, there are many types of wood, and it doesn't make a difference which type you use here. First, we must access our inventory by pressing E. And from here, we will see our crafting area, our inventory, and our toolbar. The wood we gathered just a second ago should be in the toolbar. So we'll drag it up to the crafting area by clicking and holding the button down and dragging it up. On the single square at the right, you should now see wood planks. Miraculously, we can turn each piece of wood into 4 wood planks, another basic building block. Let's go ahead and turn all the wood into planks by clicking on the planks by the crafting area. You can do this until you have 64 planks. Then you'll have to place them in your inventory by clicking there. Make sure you go ahead and leave some wood in your inventory for later.
You are quite the carpenter, Steve.
Oh, this is nothing, Boyd. Just wait. Now the crafting area should be empty, so let's make a crafting table. This allows us to create or craft bigger and better items. We will need those planks we just made, so grab those. Then right-click in each of the 4 squares of the crafting area to place 1 plank at a time. In the square to the right, we now see a crafting table. Woohoo! This is the key to success. Click on the crafting table and move it to the toolbar by clicking a space in the toolbar. Now, get out of the inventory screen by pressing E again. Depending on which slot you place the crafting table, you may be holding it in your hand. If you aren't, each of the slots corresponds to a number on the keyboard. So you can press that number or use the scroll wheel on your mouse. When you're holding the crafting table, or most any other block, you can place it by pointing to a spot on the ground and right-clicking one time. Now I can really show off my carpentry skills. With my trusty crafting table in front of me, I can use it by pointing to it and right-clicking. This opens the crafting table, and you may notice we now have a larger crafting area. Let's begin by turning some of the wood planks into sticks. Grab some planks, then right-click to place a wood plank in the new crafting area. Right-click again directly above or below the first plank, and you should now see sticks. Click on the sticks and add those to your inventory. Go ahead and make about 12 sticks. It's getting late, so we're going to need some shelter if we're going to survive the night. It's best to find a mountain with some rocks, but if that isn't possible, you may have to live in a dirt house for the night. Take a quick check of your surroundings to see if there's a nearby mountain. In my case, there is. So I will use my crafting table to create the most important tool of all, a pickaxe. A pickaxe is created with the crafting table. I will place 2 sticks, the handle, and 3 wood planks, as you see here, to craft my pickaxe. Click on the pickaxe and add it to your toolbar. Press E to exit the crafting table. You may want to break it by punching it or selecting your pickaxe and holding left click while pointing at it. This will allow you to take it with you to use in your temporary shelter. With your pickaxe in hand, make your way to the mountain so you can begin your mountain shelter. Dig a hole 2 blocks high and 1 block wide into the side by holding left click to mine the rocks. Pick these up as you go because they will come in handy soon. Keep mining into the mountain, and after you're about 2 to 3 blocks deep, begin expanding the area by mining the blocks to your left and right. This will create a nice cozy room. Hopefully in this process, you've run into some coal. Coal blocks look something like this. This is used to create torches and provides fuel oil for your furnace.
Wait,
if not,
what's a furnace? You mean the thing I heat my house with?
Oh yeah, a furnace. Let's make one now. We should have gathered enough stone by now to make a furnace anyway. We will need 8 blocks of cobblestone to make the furnace. First, let's find a cozy corner to place our crafting table. With the crafting table in place, I can access it and craft my furnace by placing cobblestone all around the outside, leaving the center space empty. Click the furnace to add it to the inventory and place it by the crafting table or wherever you prefer. As I was saying earlier, if you didn't find any coal deposits, we can use the furnace to make some charcoal. Begin by right-clicking on the furnace. The furnace looks much different than the crafting table menu. With the furnace, there are only 3 sections in the top portion. Place 2 planks in the bottom section and place 3 wood in the top. You will see flames as if you are burning the planks to turn the wood into charcoal. Click on the charcoal as it appears on the right and place it in your inventory. The charcoal can be used to make torches. Press E to get out of the furnace menu and right-click on the crafting table. Place a stick on the bottom and place a piece of charcoal, or if you found coal, place it on top of the stick. You just made a torch. No more darkness. Add the torches to your toolbar and get out of the crafting menu by pressing E. Hold the torch in your hand by scrolling or using the number key. Move toward a wall and light up your fancy room by right-clicking a wall to place your torch. This will come in handy when darkness falls.
Speaking of darkness, Steve, it's looking a little dark outside. Don't you think you better do something about that?
Oh no, I almost forgot. We need to keep the mobs out. Let's make a door. To make a door, we will go back to the crafting table and place planks in 2 columns side by side and in 3 rows. Add the door to the toolbar and move back to the entrance you cut into the cobblestone earlier. Hold the door in your hand and point to the floor in the entrance. Right-click to place the door. This should keep away those scary monsters. To open and close the door, you can right-click on it. Make sure you check to see who's knocking at the door before you open it.
Alright, Steve, so now we have a shelter equipped with some custom lighting, a crafting table, and a furnace. What's next?
That all depends on if there's any daylight left. If it's still daylight, go outside and gather some more wood. If you spotted any animals, it may be helpful to kill one or two to get some meat. This can be cooked in the furnace to add hunger points. If you noticed any sheep, you can kill 3 to get their wool. This will be helpful in making a bed. But remember, don't lose track of your shelter. You don't want to be lost outside when it gets dark and those monsters come out. If it's dark outside, you can make new and improved tools using some of the cobblestone you gathered when making your shelter. To make a stone pickaxe, use cobblestone in place of the planks. A stone pickaxe will last longer than a wooden one. Iron will last even longer. Then comes gold, and finally diamond. These materials can also be used to make axes for chopping trees, shovels for digging dirt and sand, hoes for preparing dirt for planting crops, and a sword to defend yourself if you run into any of those monsters. These will all be found by mining.
That's a lot of tools.
It sure is, and that's not even half the stuff you can make. To learn more about surviving in Minecraft and learn more about crafting recipes, check out some of these links. Hey, do you hear that, Boyd? It sounds like hissing.
Oh, that's probably just my teapot. I always have tea after a show. It keeps the vocal cords warmed up.
Oh, okay.
Well, Steve, I think we're almost out of time. I would like to thank...
Wait, it's getting louder.
Oh, don't worry. As I was saying, I want to thank Steve for being here with us and for sharing